What's up, everybody? Today we're going over the second fight between Kratos and Baldur. The first fight between the two was a banger. Baldur proved worthy with the stand-up game, but in the end, Kratos was able to match that energy and eventually took the fight to the ground and won by submission. Well, this is a rematch between the two. I'm going to break this down like a professional MMA style match and hopefully prove why this fight wasn't even close. This time we're doing it by the global mixed martial arts rules. This means that the match is going to be judged in its totality and not just per round. I'm still going to make sure to track all the stats such as strikes and etc. because that will help determine who also won. Last thing, I'm going to try to stick to the cinematic and scripted scenes only. Most scripted scenes are playable but have a specific hit counter that you must meet in order to proceed. So this is going to be consistent across everybody's playthrough. Enough said for now. Go ahead and start up round one. Let's get it. Now, while Kratos is marveling at everything that he just achieved, he gets completely sidewinded by a double leg takedown into the wall. This is where the beatdown begins. Right hook across the chin, blocks the double hook comeback, catches a falling rock, adds in extra style points, smacks Kratos smooth across the jaw, picks up an edge piece, and straps Kratos into the wall. Short left hook gets caught, but Baldur rolls into the wrist lock and slides that tool in a little deeper. Kratos gets frustrated, of course, and is able to free himself, but he mistakes his spacing for an open shot. Baldur ducks and countershots the hook, drops a kick to the knee, then marks him with an uppercut. This man is getting dogged right now. Mimir gets to yapping, so Baldur gives him a kick for extra credit too. He is definitely on one today. Baldur knows that he's got Kratos injured and serves up a wide hook, a looping uppercut, another left hook, then front kicks the shit out of Kratos. Even Kratos is in disbelief. Like, yo, I know that he did not just apply his foot to my jaw, but Kratos' spidey senses kick in and he's able to duck the hook and shoots up for a tremendous headbutt. Drops what I can only categorize as a flawless spinning elbow and sends Baldur's head into the next dimension. Then grabs this man by the throat and belt and makes him one with the mountain. That throw was so catastrophic that he brought the house down on himself. And that right there is gonna bring an end to round one. So far, Baldur is definitely ahead. He opened up strong with the tackle, pinning Kratos to the wall, and beating him down while he had the advantage. And that kick to the face was brutal.
I'll do whatever you shut up. All this time I thought I needed you. You're just weak. Turns out.
That duck encounter was chef kiss perfect. Along with the hooks and uppercuts, Baldur was in Kratos' ass. Now I know what most of y'all gonna say. Baldur slipped Kratos while he wasn't looking. And you know what? You're right. But what's the number one rule? Always protect yourself at all times. That is correct. Kratos got caught slipping and got the crap beat out of him for it. He did manage to pull off a glorious elbow and a magnificent smash. However, that smash was self-destructive and left him behind in the end. Now, with all that being said, let's go and suit up for round two as Kratos leaps into action. Once Kratos touches down on the dragon, he immediately gets busy. Both bang out an uppercut creating shockwaves. Kratos ducks the hook, then hits an extravagant hip toss into a takedown. He commands the side control and then moves straight into full mount. Don't mess with Kratos on the ground, you already know this. Once he gets full mount, he's able to bang out 13 unanswered strikes, then dishes out a double hammer fist and ends it with a boot to the face. Probably a little bit of payback from earlier, I presume. Baldur is able to recover with the swiftness and land a shoulder tackle from behind. Big mistake by Kratos right here. He was so worried about getting to Atreus that he's not concentrating on the finish. Coming out of this, Baldur is able to land a flying knee into full mount. Now it's right here that Baldur hits one of the coldest moves I don't ever seen. To smoothly transition from an aerial assault into mount is nothing less than superb. From here, Kratos keeps his guard up and dodges the heavy hammer fist until he can land a shot. To make sure he doesn't miss, Kratos grabs this man by the neck and syncs up 4 alternating hooks. Rinse, wash, and repeat until Kratos can land another short punch, followed by 3 more hooks, a few more dodges, then Kratos lands 4 more hooks and an extra back fist. Now, in order to create some separation, Kratos makes sure to put his feet onto Baldur's hips and then pushes off. Kratos wastes zero time and shoots up for the double leg takedown. He tries to go for full mount, but Baldur times the backhand to a T. Then Baldur moves into full mount, but Kratos responds with a right hook of his own, then jumps from full guard into full mount almost immediately. I told you, he's a master of the ground game. From here, it's back to just spamming the ground and pound for another 11 strikes. To finish things off, he lands a double hammer fist, then goes for the two-handed choke, but Baldur ain't playing that submission game this time. He immediately pokes Kratos in the eyes and then secures the dismount. Kratos swings for the hook, block and counter hook by Baldur, followed by a knee to the body, then a 12-6 elbow to the neck. Now Kratos makes sure to respond with an elbow to the body, a face smash, then yeets that boy with a boot to the face. Now, through the mysticism of the gods, Baldur somehow is able to appear before Kratos and Superman punches this man in the face. I'm still confused by this because I could have sworn that he went flying the other direction. Regardless, this stupendous Superman punch sends Kratos flying off the dragon eventually. Now, this has zero bearing on the match, but Kratos lands the sickest shield landing I don't ever seen in my life. With that, let's go ahead and review round 2. Yo, to say Kratos was hot in that round is an understatement.
Stay away from my son!
Masterful takedowns, ground and pound for centuries, massive control time, 44 strikes landed by Kratos. 44. Look, Baldur didn't come close on the stats, but he did have some moments inside that round. That flying knee into mount is hands down one of the best things I've ever seen. I said it before, but I just had to say it again. Getting kicked off the dragon and then somehow teleporting before Kratos and landing a Superman punch is highly impressive. I mean, seriously, somebody needs to go update this man's wiki page and add teleportation as an ability. Unfortunately though, that's all he got because Kratos smoked his ass on the sheets. Nothing more I could really say except Kratos did a tremendous job and really built himself up a pretty good lead coming off of round 2. So with all that said, round 2's in the books. Let's go ahead and get into round 3 quick, fast, and in a hurry. Now, after some plot related stuff, Kratos tackles Baldur into the wall and jumps straight into the two-handed choke. But Baldur is able to get a hold of the wrist and slips out of it this time. Then smashes Kratos' head straight into the console. With 0% finesse and 100% power, Kratos pushes out of it and reverses positions, then hits the two-handed toss. Baldur tries to restrain Kratos to keep him from doing plot-related things, but Kratos overpowers him and sends them both flying through a portal.
What did you do?
But y'all already know Kratos is on demon time and he is far from finished. This man catches up, gets into the clinch, and fills Baldur to the brim with 10 clinch strikes straight to the jaw. This right here opens up the opportunity for him to go ahead and create some space with a single leg push, and overall ends up ending the match right there. Now this was sort of a weird one since their fight got cut short, thus the use of the global mixed martial arts rules instead. Since rounds 1 and 2 is where most of the action took place, it only seemed fair to look at this as the momentum style fight instead of a traditional style fight. All that aside, looking at the stats, Kratos far exceeded expectations in this fight. In totality, he led by a large margin with the strikes and throws. To add more injury, he was able to rattle off 10 extra strikes at the end, which definitely left him with the momentum by the time that they separated. Not to mention 44 strikes and massive control time was imperative in the second round for him to actually build a lead. On the other side, Baldur started this fight off strong. The double block into the rock slap was glorious. The flying knee into mount, I said it enough, but you get the point. The kicks to the face, the 12-6 elbow, and also the Superman punch at the end of round 2. All this culminated in at least him standing a chance, but overall, stats-wise, it just doesn't compare. And though he had the toughness to actually take those 44 punches during that second round, he was only able to land a shot every so often in between most of those firefights. By the third, he didn't provide much action at all, which doesn't give him much of a case for being a victor inside this match. Now, one could say that he was distracted with plot-related things the entire time. However, I would say that Kratos was equally distracted. Both were trying to claim Atreus and deal with the portal business at the same time. So overall, I think this was pretty clear-cut. Kratos took this one by decision. The margin for victory was far and wide, and once again, Kratos gets to claim being the champ over the Aesir gods. What up, y'all? Thank you all again for watching. I hope this video brought y'all some enjoyment. You all in the comments were correct though. Kratos is washing the Aesir gods 12 ways from Sunday so far. Now, I might have to go back and check out the Olympians versus Kratos because I'm just curious if anybody can give this man some competition. Also, if y'all have a chance, check out the Snake versus Liquid video too. That fight was surprisingly fantastic, so check it out when you get some time. Once again, thank you guys so much. I'll catch up with y'all on the next one. Peace.